some very silly things happen in Smash before. If Stocktaker made that comeback, that would have been the silliest probably in this game's history so far.
Ralphie, Nick C versus Cheese and Elijah.
Yes, that's going to be going on the other stream.
No,
we do have two streams.
I think it's this stream, isn't it?
No.
What's on the other?
Two streams.
Yep, that is
that's
the other
right,
stream.
right.
If you're watching this one right now and you haven't hit the follow button already, please hit the follow button. Show some love.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, we got Anti and Mr. E coming in against what we just saw, Mykelism and Odyssey. I was watching Anti was playing the Lucario as well. And Mr. E, of course, rocking the Marth.
I remember
Anti's been like dedicated to this Lucario, and I'm actually really liking it out of him. I feel like his style of play benefits to mostly Lucario's normals than anything else.
His aggressive playstyle, that from what I saw him playing earlier, definitely benefiting all of the new changes that have happened to Lucario's moveset, and just that strong base knockback. In the hands of an intelligent player like Anti, it is really frightening to just get hit by a stray call out, and you might die at 60% in the last game.
I also want to bring up something in this. Doubles, very well known for being super hectic. Sometimes people even lose their character on screen. Lucario Aura Ball is a lot harder to see in this game. It's a lot lighter. It's a lot more. It blends into these bluer stages, like the background on Yoshi's or Kalos, all of Kalos. So with all of this going on, Aura Ball is going to be pretty masked in this.
Might actually see some potential like counterpicks away from the darker stages. I know that some people are very not keen on playing on dark stages against Snake because of the C4.
The C4, Unova, yeah, they permaban Unova versus
well, Unova, also people who want to counterpick to like an Omega or an Omega Battlefield just for quote-unquote music, but really they're bringing you there for the dark lighting. Yeah. And I've already seen it happen multiple times at different events where like people just say no. Like, it's okay to want to get a color counterpick, but they realize what they're doing. Like, no, we're just going to Battlefield. Good thing to keep an eye out when you happen to be playing in bracket, folks.
Double Palutena is going to be coming back once again to fight Lucario and Marth here. And I'm actually really curious to see what the approach is from Blue Team against this.
I do believe that they did pick Battlefield, Pokemon Stadium. I like it. We just got the famous "Quit Your Friendlies" line coming up.
The official call of singles starting. We'll get into that in a minute. So far, I actually do really like this team concept that they have to go against the double Palutenas, because as we saw in the last match, the Wii Fit trainer was doing a good job of kind of boxing with them, but now they have to deal with the disjoint and the really good ledge trapping skill of Mr. E. He's going to be trying to punish those up Bs repeatedly.
On top of that, in doubles, he is incredibly aware of where his opponent is, as well as where his teammate is. You'll be able to see him isolate an opponent, and then all of a sudden come to save his ally super quickly.
And on that same token, the last match, we didn't really see a lot of 2v1 situations where they saw advantage and go for it. Anti immediately ran over as soon as he saw that Mr. E had a situation where they could potentially got a 2v1 stock on Odyssey.
Definitely. Being put in disadvantage as Palutena is definitely, that should be a stock right there. Palutena definitely struggling in how to get back to the stage, but just hold stage control so well. But right now, Blue Team definitely calling them out right now.
And 2 times he did not kill with that Tipper Fair. But that second time you saw, he instead of opting to go for an edge guard where most people would, he decided to go where Anti was and try to get the edge guard. It's much less comfortable so far for the red team, who's trying to regain their footing, but gets it back here. Not just going to let Anti get back on stage, potentially for a conditioning tool, but still haven't been able to see all the stock.
Ooh, that up smash.
Going to be covering the jump off platform.
Oh!
What happened over there?
Odyssey explosive flamed under the stage, trying to recover.
Buddy is going to pick it up real quick. Now, Mykelism sitting with the final first stock of this.
Yeah, I was talking about was the blue team and their ability to control advantage the way they were, and it was the red team who ended up keeping their defense strong enough to actually take out those first 2 stocks.
I think it's just the idea that Palutena is able to turn a reversal very well. And if not take total advantage, just reset constantly to neutral because of the way her tools work.
We can also talk about in neutral, double Palutena, like they're the pilots of the Nair train going on. That's definitely... Someone's bringing the ruckus.
The goonery is occurring on the other side of the wall, definitely.
This is New York. This is the state of goonery. But getting back to the match, even stock count for blue and red team. A little bit.
Mr. E again continuing to pressure Odyssey at the ledge. Odyssey has had a really hard time. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a swap off soon of Mykelism to try and go for E.
Yeah.
But Anti again keeping him buried at the ledge as well.
The Aura Sphere coming out, trying to control some space to the ledge. I actually really like how Anti is like locked down this left half side of the stage. He's like, this is mine.
Ooh.
And
Clean-
both of those
a
stocks
clean
are also mine. Blue team taking both of them very quickly that time around, actually sealing the deal before it got out of hand.
Get the broom. Just a clean sweep of those stocks right there. And now definitely going to be put on a bit of percent. These Palutenas don't really have enough damage to kill Lucario outright, so he's just going to tack on the Aura. And do you know if Lucario, if he loses his stocks, he still gets Aura?
He still does it behind. It's just weak. It's not
weaker.
as much in this game.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at all of it, but you know what? He did not look at the right jump option there into the up smash, and that is going to be the stock loss.
Now that's the second time that a jump option has been read from Anti that's resulted in his stock being lost. I'm waiting to see if Anti adapts out of this, or else this is just going to be a habit that can constantly be farmed.
We're seeing both of them buried at the ledge here. Not really too many great options to get past
Oh,
this
that's
pressure from Mr.
Odyssey.
E, and that is unfortunate. Going to go for the fair to back him off, but does not get the kill.
This game too, kind of red teams to lose. They had E in a pretty big stock, or a pretty big percent deficit, and Lucario pretty easy to ping pong. Just not a lot of options, quick options for him. But
this
now definitely put into a 2v1. A little bit of miscommunication there, but
It looked like
Should-
Anti
should-
was prepared for the
yeah,
handoff.
should pick up this game without any trouble.
Yeah, Anti not there in time to be able to get the back air after that, but the up B at the ledge is going to take it. That,
Frankie shaking his
I
head.
hate Dolphin Slash in this game.
the
Like-
fact that you could buffer it out of shield
Oh, that's
immediately
right.
is so
the fact
strong.
that it's so powerful. And like a reactionary tool like that in the hands of Mr. E, who's a player renowned for his reactions, is terrifying.
So that
hate it.
the name of the game right there, that was Odyssey SDing twice. The explosive flame under the stage. Granted, he was at a bit of a high percent the first stock. The second stock, 70, 60.
He was living every time Mr. E got him on edge guards. Like, he was taking so much damage from those tipper fairs, and Mr. E's consistent ability to keep Palutena and disadvantaged off stage, but never died. It was always himself who took it out other than that last
The
stock.
best edge guarder was himself.
Yes. The only game you can beat yourself in other than Soul Calibur. But. All right, so moving into game 2 here, I don't think anybody's good changing anything. I'm interested to see if we run it back on PS2, though. Definitely not. I see some. All right, Town and
that is
Smashville action,
Smashville.
actually. Much smaller, a little bit more room for the Palutena Nair train to be able to go off.
Yeah.
And they can avoid being separated the same way they were in the last match, because the blue team was just doing a much better job of keeping the 1v1s in their favor until they got the 2v1 situation with somebody off stage.
I feel like this is a really good stage for Palutena.
Well, you're wrong.
Artisan, give me some input on this, because I feel like Palutena's tools in this game let her control the stage incredibly well.
They let her control. I feel like she likes bigger stages to run around. She still has her problems that she did in Smash 4, where it was literally just if you get on her, she'll eat like a bunch of percent. If you take a Fox to this stage and that Fox gets in on you once, there's not a lot of space that you can recover to.
I think in singles that concept is like
in
definitely
singles,
true.
yeah.
I think
If we're talking about doubles, this stage is pretty
this
OD
time
for her.
around they went here because they wanted to stop the ability that they were doing to keep them separated. That up smash is going to take the first stock yet again on the
Is that
inside.
a down air into up smash?
That was wild.
Clean. And Mr. E now all of a sudden being the one who's forced into disadvantage, gets called out on the air dodge, and now the red team taking the first 2 stocks. But again, in the last match, started off the same way, couldn't seal out the first 2 stocks, but they also was the blue team, but they were able to take it at the end.
We can also talk about the PS2 platforms, kind of smaller. You can jump around to them. This one's pretty big, it's like a big target for anyone on there. Palutena can nair and just get the shark, but the reflect.
That's the first time that I think anybody successfully reflected that Aura Sphere so far, and not going to get the kill on Anti either. They definitely could have used that.
Both Palutenas jumped away in that case. I think both of them tried not to nair right there for each other.
Such a dangerous match ahead of us with all of these attacks flying. And once again, back at the ledge, going to be cleaning up a stock. And now blue team in kind of a rough spot compared to the momentum that they held in game 1.
And even in such a rough spot, E is not afraid to go down there for those edge guards. Oh, like I said, is that a double? Okay, no. He had his jump. But that was an insane edge guard right there.
He
And
really
that's
just
kind of, that even the stock's up.
He really forward aired like 5 times.
Yeah.
And if he got that 2-frame at the ledge with that down air, too, potentially could have stolen yet another stock.
The Dolphin Slash, the Frankie special.
I hate that move.
Yeah, and Mr. E has definitely been the MVP so far of these 2 matches. Like, Anti racking up his damage, but Mr. E has been the one to consistently put them in disadvantage where they've been uncomfortable. Reaching deep but smart high teleport to get out of that situation.
I want to talk about that. A lot of Palutena's, a lot of people are complaining about Palutena when they say that she can just sweet spot the ledge with warp, right? No one punishes warp on stage. You can drop from ledge and just warp on stage. It's really fast, and a lot of people aren't doing it. I feel like that's such a good option for her, and especially in doubles with so much hectic. I think a lot of people will just fly under the radar. With E going out so far in the edge guard, I think that forces E onto the ledge, and you get stage control back. I think that's such a good option for her. But, ooh, double share stock coming out.
Yeah, back to a dead even game here. Both of them, both Odyssey and Mr. E at kill percent. This is definitely, they're trying to reach Odyssey, almost being the one to lose his stock first. It's definitely something that the blue team wants so they can continue to establish that strong 2v1 pressure they've been doing.
That was super smart of Odyssey right there, because he knew if he went for another nair, Mr. E would have just up-aired him with rage.
But the back throw, the ones that walk away with it.
To quote the Palu chord, we owe the person who gave on the dev team who gave Palutena her back throw. We owe them a beer.
I think you owe them a little bit more. There's gonna be a lot of people making money off of that back air. That back throw.
Yeah,
definitely need to provide some extra monies.
So now we're gonna see the Palutenas command the stage. So this is what you were talking about. Just all the tools to her disposal right now. Just kind of Lucario sandwiched in between them. Not a lot he can do. Palutena just very good at controlling a space in general.
But Anti's been doing a really good job of just staying mobile. He's not giving these Palutenas an opportunity to lock him down. And because of that, he's finding himself in very quick bursts of battles from one Palutena to the other. And while he's taking plenty of damage because of it.
Didn't commit soon enough to be able to get that. That could potentially bite them. And the Anti, with all of this kill power right now, this is not something they want to deal with. They're also not going to kill either.
Cross up air. Weird option, but I like it.
Yeah.
You know what? If he dropped shield, could have stole that stock. Anti just on fire right now.
Oh my God.
Not going to kill, though.
Can we talk about, that was a little bit unlucky for Anti, though. The 2 times that both Palutenas have scraped the blast zone.
And Anti would just empty hop back. Throw, still not going to get the kill. Anti is just, he's reaching for every option Lucario has. And even with all this rage in Aura, nothing is sealing the deal.
Oh, not enough.
Yo, who said everyone in this game has killed through us?
All right, I'm going to need somebody to provide me with their controllers on whatever they're doing to DI all of these kills, because nobody is dying right now.
Yeah. Oh!
No,
This turned into a really doable match right now.
An audible gasp from the audience. Mike.
And it gets the
and
up air
like
and runs it back. You can see the disdain coming in from Odyssey and Mykelism, but Anti keeping his composure to get that run back.
Odyssey shaking his head.
This man's wearing a fanny pack?
Is he?
All right, hold on. We got to revoke that win. Hold up.
Oh, no, I've seen The Rock with a fanny pack, okay?
That's The Rock.
I know.
That's The Rock.
All right, fair enough.
Are you about to say that's...
No, I'm just saying that, you could give maybe one pass. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I'm sorry.